Hey everybody, it's Allie, and I wanted to show you a quick project I put together using the newest Alphas Are Awesome stamp set and the Numbers Are Awesome set that coordinates with that. This year we're doing 4x6 number stamps that go along with the Alpha sets that we're offering. You can see here I'm using a pattern paper. This is from the Storyteller kit, our first quarterly Storyteller kit. I'm going to use that and pair it with a photo of Simon. I am initially stamping out the word U here. You can see that some of the letters in this particular alphabet have these awesome ascenders and descenders and different things that are happening with the different pieces of type, and it can be really fun to play around with that. So the photo that I'm going to be pairing with this is a photo of Simon. It's actually a FaceTime screenshot that I did, and it's a nice vertical shape, so I'm going to add it onto the outside edge. I did add a little bit of text on top of that, and decided that I wanted to pair that photo with a little bit of journaling. Here, what I wanted to do before I actually stamped it onto my project, I was considering or deciding between, did I want to just leave the word U on there, or did I want to add the word R? So like you are would be the prompt or the jumping off point for the journaling. And before I actually did it onto the project, I wanted to see what it looked like. And I actually loved how it looked, so I decided that I was just going to go for it. And I feel like this is a good example of a little bit of the playfulness that I'm trying to bring into things this year. And maybe it doesn't feel any different to you guys watching it on the other side, but it definitely feels different to me. So just giving myself a little bit more room, a little more flexibility, a little more space to play is one of the things I'm thinking a lot about this year. So I'm going to place the R on there, and then I will be placing the E, and then I will be adding journaling directly on top. So obviously this is a very bold type treatment, a bold way to play with the text, and it might not be the way that you would do it. And that's totally cool too. You might just like having the word you on there. Highly recommend looking at your pattern paper stash to see what pattern papers you might have that you could use alpha stamps on top of. I think I mentioned this somewhere else. I'm hoping to put together a class this year that features a bunch of the different alpha stamps that we've been offering over the last year and a half or so. We've been offering them every month, and they're something that I love to use in my projects, and so I've been thinking about lots of different ways that those can be used. Now I'm using the dots there's one dot, and I'm using it multiple times. That's a part of the stamp set. And then I will be adding journaling along the edge. Here's the photo that I took of Simon. Again, this is a screenshot of FaceTime where I was FaceTiming with him. And like I said, I added a little bit of journaling on top. The journaling that I added directly onto the photo in Photoshop before I printed it out talks about just being thankful, like being thankful that he calls me, thankful that he shares lots of different things with me. He just turned 23 last month. And has his own program and his own stuff going on now, but he definitely still calls mom, and I love that, and it definitely reminded me to call my own mom. All right, so I'm using a Micron pen today to add in a little bit of journaling, just kind of thinking about what are some of the things that are happening in his life that I know of right now, what are the things he's working on, school-related stuff, those kinds of things. That's what I'm adding directly onto the pattern paper. All right, and then after I get my journaling on there, I am going ahead and underlining. I'm super into the black ink again, or this is StazOn specifically, but with a bunch of the different stamp sets that we're releasing this month, I love the black stamping. It just is something that continues to be something that I love to see. Now with this one, I thought through a few different ideas related to embellishments, but in the end I decided to keep it really simple. I ran it through the sewing machine to add the photo panel there along the outside edge. edge, and then I'm just simply going to add the date and then add this into my 10 by 8 story album that I am working on this year. This will go into the January section. You can see here just adding it directly in there. And if you want to learn more about that, my 10 by 8 album this year, I am talking more about that in our Storyteller classroom. That's where a lot of these supplies are from as well. Alrighty guys, let me know if you have any questions on this one. Again, this is Alphas Are Awesome number 23.